If you want to feel like the main character instead of an extra in everyone else's story, stop following gymbro productivity advice. I'm an engineer in a hyper-competitive masculine environment, and I was burning myself out trying to keep up. Most people think that 5 a.m. workouts will make you feel competent and confident, but here's what actually works. Rewiring your nervous system using scientific strategy. This is the 5-step system I use that saved me from burnout and made me feel confident in every room. Number 1, master your mindset. If your mind is in constant chaos, your life will feel like an absolute mess. But I know you're thinking, oh, once I finish my to-do list, then I'll relax. But that never happens. I promise you there is always another problem to solve. I used to chronically overprogram myself, thinking that productivity would bring me peace. But instead, it brought me stress and breakout. Everything changed when I started doing the exact opposite. My mom founded Whole Being Institute and taught me proven psychology principles that actually work to rewire your nervous system from the inside out. And these 3 habits will help you to feel calm, confident, and in control, even if everything else in your life feels like chaos. Number 1, journal more. Specifically, do gratitude journaling. When you're approaching life from a lens of positivity and gratitude, it will make everything feel more abundant and full of ease. And it is scientifically proven to make you feel happier in the process. Number 2, go on meditative walks. Go outside, get some sunshine, go touch grass, chillax. You do not need a podcast to go for a walk outside, and you don't need to listen to music 24/7. It's scientifically proven that being out in nature and getting your steps in will make you feel happier and hotter. And number 3, start single tasking. You're not a good multitasker, you're just a competent task switcher. If you want to get more done and you want to feel more relaxed while doing it, do one thing at a time to completion and then move on to the next. If you're constantly splitting your attention between 10 different things, you will feel stressed and you will feel overloaded. So stop making your life so complicated and focus all of your energy on one thing at a time. Okay, part 2, upgrade your self-concept. If you want to feel like a walking goddess, you have to believe that to be true. You can't become her just through focusing on a 7-step skincare routine. You have to upgrade your self-concept from the inside out. How you see yourself is how the rest of the world will perceive you. If you don't believe that you're worthy of love, if you don't believe that you're enough, if you don't believe that you're beautiful, that's the reality that the world will reflect back to you. If you spend 2 hours getting ready in the morning, but you don't believe that you're that high-value, confident woman, it's just gonna feel like dress up. Acting can help a little bit, but it won't get you 100% of the way there. You dressing up like the cute, confident, sparkly version of yourself is a tool to help you believe the core belief that you are beautiful and confident. But you have to accept that inside your own mind. And I've been there. I've been a girl in a cute outfit that feels like a costume because I was hiding the fact that I hated the person I was on the inside. And everything changed when I did this one thing. When I had the courage to look at the darkness that lives in my heart and say, I see you. I accept you. I know that you're not evil. I know you're a part of myself that deserves to be integrated and upgraded. When I finally saw myself and accepted the parts of myself that aren't so sparkly, that's when I felt totally free. And here's an exercise that really helped me to upgrade my self-concept. Get your journal out and write down who your ideal self is. What does she look like? What are her core beliefs? How does she act in the world? And how does she choose to spend her time? And then be brutally honest about who you are right now. Because I promise you, there will be a gap between the person you are today and the person you want to become. And that is good. That means you have the chance to learn and grow and take on a new journey in life. If you already were her, you wouldn't be on this channel and you wouldn't want to be improving the life that you have. So see every gap between who you are today and who you want to be as a little challenge for yourself, because you can walk closer to being her if you take aligned action every day towards building your dream life. And the most powerful question you can ask yourself in the journaling exercise is, why do I not believe that I'm enough? Because if I believed that I was enough, I would already be doing what's required to build my dream life. I wouldn't have to sit here with this journal and do this exercise. Answer that honestly, and your whole life will shift. Hi everyone, I'm Emily. I've been an engineer for over a decade, and on this channel, I give you the tools to become the best version of yourself and engineer your dreams. Part 3, have a little faith. The number one habit that has made me feel more feminine, confident, and at peace is not what you think. It's surrendering control to God. I used to think that I could force everything and manipulate everyone to my will, that I could will people, outcomes, and my entire future into existence. But here's what I learned the hard way. You can plan all you want, but fate has far more power than you do. I spent years of my life wishing it was different than it was in reality, trying to force what I thought was best into my life. And I felt hopeless because I don't have godlike powers to poof things into existence. And even He has given everyone free will. And everything changed for me when I stopped trying to control everyone else and I focused on myself. This is the shift that saved my sanity. I stopped focusing on things outside of my control and started to focus on how I act in the world and how I show up. You're setting yourself an impossible task trying to control the people around you, and you will always feel like a failure trying. But when you say, God, I trust that the future is your domain, and I know you want the most beautiful life for me. I know in the core of my being that the plan God has for my life is greater than anything I could have ever envisioned myself. So stop being so prideful. I am so grateful I didn't marry that past boyfriend, even though at the time I was madly in love. I'm so glad I didn't get the job where I thought the interview went perfect, because I have a better job today. And I'm so glad that I didn't end up moving to a different city because I'm close to my family where I live now. You will instantly feel lighter when you stop carrying the future as a burden on your back. You'll actually have energy to focus on what actually matters, building a life you love and enjoying every moment of it. And this is a game you can actually win. And the key to my confidence and self-worth is knowing that I can do the hard things required to build my future. I know that I'm here to make a real difference, and my life has immense meaning and purpose. But in order to do those hard things, you have to stop playing God. Part 4, stop competing with men. If you want to get more from men at work and feel less stressed in the process, stop acting like they're your competition. If you view yourself as a helper and you come through the lens of collaboration instead of competition. And here's what most women get wrong. We, including myself, used to think that I had to prove myself to men in order to be worthy. I thought that I used to have to earn respect. The thing that gives you real respect with men is your self-worth and your standards, not the things you can do for them. And men are natural problem solvers. When they're offering to help, they're not mansplaining to you. They're trying to be useful and help you and teach you. And here's a secret that no one talks about. If you want princess treatment, you have to believe that men are immensely capable. You have to let them show you their intelligence. You have to let them do the things for you that they're talented and good at, instead of hopping in to save them every time they've loaded the dishwasher wrong. No man is going to swoop in and save you if you're constantly trying to prove to them that you're better. And just think about it. Would you really want to help someone who's always trying to one-up you? If you were trying to be helpful to your friend at dinner, she criticized you every time you cleaned up something, every time you set the table, every time you tried to be a little helpful, you would never want to help her again. And that's exactly how men feel when you're acting like a knack. The women who get the most support and are treated like walking goddesses see men as allies, not enemies. They bring their unique perspective while appreciating what men bring to the table. So stop pretending like you can do everything yourself and trying to prove your worth, and start working with men instead of against them. I know the feminist culture would lead you to believe that you can girl boss your way to solving all of their problems, but you don't have to. They can figure it out. They're smart, I promise you. Part 5, invest in your feminine rituals. Yes, I'm a high maintenance woman, and thank God I had a good father who believed I was worthy of being showered with love, support, and sparkly gifts. And this is why you should be high maintenance too. Most women think that self-care is selfish. and that's why they're wrong. I know I'm worth the time, attention, and energy I pour into myself. And so are you. But most people mess up because they treat self-care like another chore to get through. And that's not self-care, that's self-punishment. If you were responsible for a small child, you would make sure that you would feed her healthy home-cooked meals, that you would go to the park with her, go for walks so she could get exercise and sunshine. You would make sure she gets her sleep, you would read books to her, and you would speak to her as if she's someone who's loved. You are worthy of being treated the same way. Real self-care is the opportunity to cherish yourself. It's carving out a little bit of peace in an otherwise chaotic day. Because the truth that no one wants to tell you is that those lotions and potions are not going to help you if you're still chronically stressed. You deserve to be taken care of, not after you finish your to-do list, not after you get a promotion, and not after you lose 10 pounds. You are worthy just as you are today. Because being high maintenance is not about being difficult or having an expensive skincare routine. Being high maintenance is about having standards for the things you allow in your life and the care you give yourself. And when you finally treat yourself like you're someone who's worthy of that love and care, everyone else will give you princess treatment too.